following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Let's Talk About That. It's crazy Indie Cats going crazy. And we're going to talk about Macho Madness Tournament.
Yes,
the
we are.
Justin Carter bracket. Last week we did Mike Hogan's bracket.
Yes, it's my bracket.
Now you know your bracket. And let's start off with a number 1 seed, Big Van Vader, who will be helping.
I'm going to tell you, quit
Stand
taking pictures.
Yeah, no more pictures.
No more pictures. Don't get your Twitter hacked. Sad. People sad.
Twitter got hacked. Yeah,
He probably didn't know how to work Twitter.
Yeah.
Actually pressed a button and said, my ex-girlfriend died.
Should be taking no pictures.
Should not be taking pictures. Too
Van-
old for all that anyway.
Yeah. I don't want to see Big Van Vader. You're going, Big Van Vader, no 1 seed? Yes, he is.
He is. It's
Taylor-
the luck of the draw, I guess.
Taylor number 16 seed, Michael PSA.
That's weird. Vader's putting in a Hall of Famer, and PSA is going to be a Hall of Famer.
Wow.
And now they're taking each other
It's
on
like we
here.
knew that. It's like,
World champion taking on a U.S. champion.
Yes,
here.
it is. Go ahead.
And the winner is your number 1 seed, Big Van.
Yes, like I said, a number 16 seed, I don't care who you are, does not beat.
But either way, I mean, if you look at it logically and realistically, Big Van Vader was 99% of his career a main event talent in singles matches. Michael P.F. Hayes was a main event talent, but in tag team matches. So Big Van Vader would win anyway. Your next matchup was a number 8 seed, Ravishing Rick Rude, taking on a number 9 seed. Very close here. Very close.
Oh, this one is a coin flip. Just looking at it.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
And it's a house show, even a second tier pay-per-view main event.
And here's the funny thing. I was watching Super Brawl 2 today because I was off work. I was watching Super Brawl 2. I didn't get through all of it, but apparently that is...
You got enough to Rick Rude and Ricky Steamboat?
I did not get to the match. My last match I was watching was a odd pairing of Richard Morton and Vinny Vegas teaming up.
Oh, they were teaming up.
Taking on...
What about Terrence Taylor? What about
he was the tailor-made man at
what
this
about
time.
Michael Wall Street?
Now listen to this. He was the tailor-made man. That was his name during the match. Here comes the tailor-made man. I thought they were going to say tailor-made man Terry Taylor.
Right.
It said tailor-made man the whole time.
Yes.
And he took on Marcus Bagwell. And Marcus
Was
Bagwell
Alexandra York out there
No.
with Richard Morton?
No.
I guess the York Foundation fell apart.
But he was still Richard Morton at the time.
Yes, say that, yeah.
So I guess it fell apart, but he was keeping the name for a little while. But weird, him teaming with Vinny Vegas, they took on the Z-Man and Van Hammer. What? What? And then I just turned it off. I was like, well, we're done here. They started out great. Flying Brian Pillman winning the light heavyweight championship from Jushin.
Hey, we're getting extra stuff here, folks.
Extra stuff. But they started out
Super
great.
Bowl on the
They-
network for $9.99.
They started out great with that match, and then I can't remember what was that. Oh, it was the Terrence Taylor taking on Marcus Bagwell, and apparently had a contest, and the winner of this contest was he was majoring in broadcasting and stuff at school, and the winner of that got to ring announce the second match of the night, which was Tailor-Made Man taking on Marcus Bagwell. I was like, I would renege on that contest.
Was it terrible? Was it bad?
He did a decent job, and he was like, hello, my name is, and this is an honor to do this, and here we go, from Marietta, Georgia, this is Marcus Bagwell.
What, Marcus Alexander Bagwell?
He may have said all 3 names, I don't remember, but
That
anyway.
was like the goofy one for you.
He just had like white shorts and white boots and everything. He wasn't the handsome stranger or anything.
Okay.
Weird, but anywho, I digress, but what I'm trying to tell you
what
is...
has to do with Rick Rude and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat?
Because Ricky Steamboat and Rick Rude were taking each other on for the U.S. Championship at Super Brawl 2, and the main event, as always with these two, is Lex Luger with Harley Race defending his WCW tiny little belt because Flair just left.
Flair took the big belt, so they had to make a new belt.
Yes, so Luger was defending against his former best friend, Sting. Yeah. Like always. And then they give their friends again, oh, former best friend.
Well, it was Barry Windham and Luger who went after the belt. when they had to put the title up.
There you go. Super Brawl 2. And that was actually the first ever pay-per-view broadcast by Jim Ross and the newest, he had been doing other ones, but I'm saying his newest partner in crime, Jesse the Body Ventura. They introduced him that night. That was his very first one. Weird.
I guess Tony Schiavone was doing the Royal Rumble that year.
No, Tony Schiavone was there. They were doing that thing weird where it was Tony Schiavone and Eric Bischoff was doing like the pre-show thing. They were talking up by the entranceway, and then after every match, they would be like, "That was a great barber. Let's take it to Missy Hyatt in the back." She would interview Missy Hyatt, said, "Let's take it back to the arena," and Jim Ross would take over. It was like boom, 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 boom.
Okay, well,
too many people.
So Tony hasn't left yet. So
no, but let's go back to this. Rick Rude, a number 8 seed, barely gets by beating Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He will cheat to win.
Yes,
of course.
Up next, we have a number 5 seeded the Hot Scott, Roddy Piper, taking on number 12 seed Bret the Hitman Hart. Did we see this before? We saw this before. It was a WrestleMania match.
WrestleMania!
You scared Indicat on that
one. I did, but WrestleMania, yes.
WrestleMania
and
match.
Probably WCW, because they had to redo every match.
But a number 12 will not defeat number 5 this time, as number 5, Roddy Piper, will advance as he defeats Bret the Hitman Hart.
This is true. Next, you have a number 4 seed, Steve Austin. Stunning Steve Austin, not Stone Cold.
Long hair, Stunning Steve Austin.
That's right. Stunning Steve Austin taking on a number 13 seed, Sid Vicious.
Was it good angle this time?
You say, what? Number 13, Sid Vicious? Yes.
12,
U.S. champion Steve Austin is at a better bracket than the world champion Sid Vicious. Amazing. It happens. It's called the luck of the draw here.
It does.
But anyway, Steve Austin will win against Sid Vicious because, believe me, it would happen any other time.
It would. Stun gun.
Exactly.
Next, we have a number 6 seed in the total package, Lex Luger, taking on a number 11 seed in Dustin, the Natural Rhodes.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm sorry, but a number 6 seed in Lex would definitely take out the Natural.
Exactly. Next, we have a number 3 seed, the Giant, taking on number 14 seed, Scott Steiner. He drew a bad number.
He did.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, a number 3 seed of the Giant beats number 14 seed of Scott Steiner.
Yes, it's not the genetic freak yet. He was getting that way, but he wasn't as bad as he is now.
There you go.
Up next was DDP.
Number 7 seed. You didn't say
Hey,
7.
number 7 seed DDP. I'm sorry. Taking number 10 seed Scott Hall. Hey yo. We work for WCW, but we act like we were WWE guys.
That's right. Quick out of the toothpick.
And thank God for DDP that Scott Hall is still around. That's a little side note there.
So, and this is an upset.
It is an upset as a number 10 seed that Scott Hall would beat DDP. And he would move on.
Positivity page, exactly.
Yes.
Finally, we have we had the son of the plumber who just lost. Now we had the son of the plumber.
Yes.
Right? He was a plumber, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Son of the plumber, yes.
Son of the plumber. That is the number 2 seed, Dusty Rhodes, taking on number 15 seed of Dean Malenko. And I am so sorry. Man of 1,000 holds. Dusty Rhodes is winning this match. So, to go over the bracket very quickly, you have Big Van Vader, number 1 seed, number 8 seed Rick Rude, number 5 seed Roddy Piper, number 4 seed Steve Austin, number 6 seed Lex Luger, number 3 seed The Giant, number 10 seed Scott Hall, number 2 seed Dusty Rhodes.
That's going to be some good matchups. I mean, Vader, Rude, Piper, Austin, Luger, Giant, Hall, Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes.
So my bracket will go on to face each other?
Yes.
Okay, so they don't go on to face the other.
They don't continue over till we get to the championship.
So you have a winner of the Justin Carter bracket, and then the winner of the Mike Hogan bracket faces each other in the finals.
That's it, sir.
Boom!
But these are some great matches.
Great matches. Vader, is that how it's going to go? The ones right next to each other?
That's how they'll go.
There you go.
1-8, 5-4, 6-3, and 10-2.
Wow. Very good. And Dusty Rhodes and Scott Hall have a great history, too, so that's going to be a good...
Giant Luger does.
That's true.
Piper Austin. Come on, who would not want to see
that happened at WrestleMania 20 in a Piper's Pit.
Yeah. And Rude and Vader. Come on.
There you go.
All great matches. So who's going to come out winning? It's anybody's guess.
So next week, tell us what's going to happen. Next week in part 3, are we going to go back to the Mike Hogan?
Yes, Mike Hogan's tournament will be next. Yes.
Okay, so we're going back and forth.
No, excuse
No?
me. It'll be a split. It'll have your matches and my matches. So they'll both be there next week. So
Very nice.
So we'll still have 8 matches to announce next week.
Gotcha.
So come on back next week to part 3. Let's talk about that as the March Macho Madness tournament continues. Because we don't know yet who is going to come out.
In the
As your
second
champion.
annual March.
Yes, it is. Number 2.
Number 2.
Good number 2.
And ladies and gentlemen, yeah, exactly. And next up in part 4 is the list.
That does not miss.
We have the top rope reality just a kind of story time. We're going to open the book
Get
up.
the book back out. We're going to chapter 2, folks.
Chapter 2, plus the Hall of Fame. We're bringing it back. This should be, might be, not. Yeah. Oh.
No.
And then the top 15 predictions on what WWE will look like in 2020. And then predicting the next 10 WWE champions. We got number 4 and number 3. And I'm liking number 3.
And that will be it for this week. So come on
So
back to
you're
part
going to want to
4
see who number 3 is.
on this big Good Friday and this wonderful, wonderful Easter Sunday.
Yes.
This whole weekend is a great weekend, folks. Come on back to part 4 of the list.
That does not matter.
I'm always Mike Hogan.
And I'm just a kind.
We'll see in a few clicks. New Sean. Jeez, New Sean.
We got a new shit.